Hi there. This is Rex Marshall speaking for Auto-Lite. We'll get back to our suspense story, The Purloined Letter, in just a moment. Now, while we take a brief intermission, I'd like to show you one of our little Auto-Lite cartoons. This little story concerns a fellow named Charles, the chef, who was known far and wide for his culinary creations, particularly his wedding cakes. Well, this one was one of his finest, so Charles was delivering it himself, driving very, very carefully. But all of a sudden, Charles' car began to jump like a jinx jitney. Oh, that's terrible. The bride and groom were terribly upset, and Charles, the chef, was fit to be fried. Well, I hope your car isn't bad enough to ever break up a wedding, but maybe it isn't giving you exactly the smooth kind of a ride that you'd prefer. So let me remind you that if your spark plugs aren't functioning properly, and if they're worn out, like this one, well, that may be the reason. But you know, when your spark plugs are right, you'll get quicker starts and smoother riding every single time. So that's why it's such a smart thing to pay a visit to your Auto-Lite spark plug dealer. You see, he'll be ready to check your spark plugs with this exclusive Auto-Lite plug check indicator. Now, simply by matching the appearance of your spark plugs with this handy indicator, you and your dealer can tell in a jiffy if they're right for the kind of driving that you do. Well, if cleaning or adjustments are needed, he has the proved Auto-Lite spark plug cleaner and all the latest information on how to do the job quickly and efficiently. Now, if replacements are required, he'll recommend the proper type of ignition-engineered Auto-Lite spark plug best suited to give your car smoother performance, quick starts, and gas savings. You know, all Auto-Lite spark plugs are ignition-engineered by the same Auto-Lite engineers who designed the coil, the battery, the distributor, the generator, and all the other important parts of the complete ignition systems which are used as original factory equipment on many leading makes of our finest cars and trucks. So that's why ignition-engineered Auto-Lite spark plugs are tops in quality and tops in performance. Visit your Auto-Lite spark plug dealer. Easy to find them. Just look for this sign, or simply call Western Union by number and ask for operator 25. Without obligation, she'll tell you the name of the nearest dealer where you can get ignition-engineered Auto-Lite spark plugs. So pay him a visit soon, won't you? Because remember, from bumper to tail light, you're always right with Auto-Lite. And now, the second act of Edgar Allan Poe's